good intentions. I ask that my spirit guides come forward and give us protection and keep us shielded from any negativity. Amen.
Amen.
Hi, good evening. Welcome to Friends of the Unknown Spirit Encounters ITC 2. We're trying something very different this evening. If anybody managed to tune in to our live stream of last night, that ran until the early hours of the morning, we've been reviewing some of the footage, and we actually caught live a ghost in the form of a cat. We believe it's a apparition of a cat. And viewing we've still got so much of it to actually review, but what we have seen, we've even got clear EVPs picked up on the microphone whilst we were sleeping, and the most bizarre background noise, which was quite amazing, wasn't it? It was like
it was amazing.
Do you know, it reminds me of like a workshop making
Out of wood.
It was really bizarre. It was static, but you also had like knocking, and I don't really know what it was. But we also picked up footsteps running across the attic, and right above our bed is where the haunted attic is and where all the haunted dolls are. So that doesn't surprise me, to be fair. We do hear quite a few strange things that go on. For example, today we had the 3 dogs shut in here with us. Wow, thank you. And we heard scratching at the door.
Yeah. Well, we did think it was one of the dogs.
We thought it was one of the dogs, because normally Coco or Husky, to let us know that they're there, they will scratch the door if they can't get in. So it was really bizarre. I sort of looked down and then realised that we had all of the dogs in the bedroom with us. So it was really, really strange. Troy went to the door, opened it, and there was nothing there. And then earlier, when we were preparing for this live stream, we check our equipment, make sure that the batteries and whatever we're using are of full charge. And we just have a little test with them. And we did put a video up of this short session that we did, and wow, the responses that we were getting on the device, which is why we then decided that with all the things that we caught through what we did last night, that we'd set the cameras up, but with a slight difference in the fact that you will see on one screen the 4 cameras. So we're hoping we're going to leave them running. We will run a little ghost box session, I think, because that always opens things up and raises the energy, which, as we know, that attracts spiritual forms. So yeah, it's quite warm this evening, actually, isn't it?
It is warm.
Really warm in here.
It was, Chris. It was amazing, mate. It was.
It was just unbelievable, that the amount of it was almost like we had our own fireworks show at one point, wasn't it? They were just coming off in all directions. And the evidence that we've collated from doing this is that, as you will see now, there is very, very minimal activity going on. There are, if you look at all the screens, there's nothing flying about,
Not really. Well, there is a couple.
Yeah, you'll get the few, but what I'm saying is to what we actually had. All the orbs coming from the ceiling, they would just seem to be coming from every direction. And as I'm talking, it seems that they're making it known that they're here, which is wonderful. Come in, join us. It's lovely to be able to communicate. You know, we never tire from it. We absolutely
love it. Love what we do and love what we get.
It never bores us. But unfortunately, it does turn us into people of the night.
Oh yes, it sure does.
So it means, you know, that we work quite late into the early hours, live on minimal sleep, review the footage, and we've had so much to
Go through.
It's unreal. We've only managed to go through.
No.
Was it an hour and a half?
Yeah, about an hour and a half. Yeah.
Of the 8-hour footage, we've only managed to do an hour and a half of that. And in that hour and a half footage, we caught the apparition of the cat. I then caught another. I don't know what it is. To start with, I thought it was. I thought it was a cat again, but I've taken a screenshot of it, and there will be a video going up of these further findings that we found on that footage of last night. But I can only describe it. I don't know. I'm trying to. It sort of appeared on the screen, low down, and it sort of just went really fast across the floor.
It was really fast,
and just disappeared. And I've managed to take a screenshot. I slowed it down, and all I can tell you is that it's the colour of a rabbit. The fur. Sorry, I've just looked at Troy because we have got the spirit box running, but we've muted it, and we just heard fur come through. So they obviously want to communicate probably and talk about that, but what we did see. So that would be really interesting. I'm going to pass it over to Chris because between him and Mark, Mark has the know-how to do these wonderful things with images and you know, and it will be interesting to see what Mark makes of it because I've screenshotted it, I've zoomed in, and I can't, you know, like I say, I just can't tell you
out what it is.
But it literally appears. You see on the footage, you will see a bright light fall from the ceiling, and it's really fast. And then in between where we had the camera set up on camera 3, where we've got the step ladder with the camera attached to the top of it, on the footage from last night's stream, we've set it up a little bit different, as I explained at the beginning. So the camera wasn't on like that, was it? It wasn't attached.
No, it wasn't attached to that.
To the ladder like that. But it's this ladder that we used. And on the second step up, I believe it was, wasn't it? Yeah. In between the gap of the steps, you know, and the A bit, that was where this thing, just after this great big fold, dropped down.
And here's Chris now.
Yeah, Chris is now coming in now. He's coming to join us.
Yeah.
Hi, Chris.
Oh, Claire, you all right?
I'm just explaining to him about the footage that I've caught that I'm sending to you for you to get possibly Mark involved to develop further because he has the know-how.
Yeah.
Of that real strange image. But hiya, Sharon's coming in now. Hiya. So hopefully find out what that image is because it looks like the colour of a rabbit.
It does.
And the way that it appears, and then it literally.
It's not shoots. A rabbit. It's definitely a cat. 100%.
It's almost like, and also I've noticed, which I haven't shared with Chris yet, I haven't even shared with Troy. Where I was reviewing the footage earlier, Sharon won't know either because I've told no one. So you'll all learn together now. But I'm sure on the footage from last night, at the base of the fan, you know, because we had the white fan, the stand,
yeah, that's right.
It looked like 2 green eyes.
Well, we saw two eyes, didn't we, on the fridge?
Yeah, we did on the
this,
fridge.
before whatever this image was that I've caught, and it just flies through, or what we've caught, the camera caught. I didn't catch it, the camera caught it. These two eyes appear in like the door corner on the what do you call it, skirting board.
Yeah.
Then they move to where the base is of the fan.
Yeah, right at the bottom. Yeah, right at the bottom. There's
and
like
you can
two
see
little
these two glowing eyes. Well, I
wow.
think are eyes. I don't know. I'm assuming.
I know Tia was in there. Was it not
No.
Tia's eyes? No.
She was nowhere
Oh
near.
yeah, she was like near, wasn't she?
She was nowhere near. These things were over in the corner of the far corner where the doorway is.
I saw North then drove right across.
And then they sort of moved, and this thing as well moved like a cat. You know when they're like in a hunting position.
Yeah, like that.
And they go. It was like that, but it was so quick. But just before it happened, as I was explaining, this light just fell from the ceiling. It just went shoom and just disappeared. It trailed off into. You saw it evaporate, right?
Wow! Thank you.
Thank you, my friends.
That was amazing.
And shortly after that happened, these eyes.
Hello, dog.
Hi, Husky's coming in now. Come on, Husky, come and join us.
Hello, Coco.
We've got all three of them.
Got the three musketeers.
Tia, come on, over there.
This great big bolt. Well, I say great big bolt. It wasn't.
Come on.
This bolt fell from the ceiling of the light, and then just trailed off, and you watched it just disintegrate, just go.
And I can assure you that we haven't got no cats here.
No, we haven't,
because
the cats are dogs.
Them dogs would eat it. You know.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
No, you got dirty paws.
Yeah, come on, lay down here, darling.
So no, there's no cats in the house whatsoever.
No.
So it's bad.
It's really, and we've gone over and over and over again on that particular footage with the ghost of the cat, wasn't it?
But what was puzzling is we can't work out how Husky got in your room.
No, I haven't got to that part of the footage. I haven't reviewed as far as that yet, but we were a little bit confused because when we ended our live stream last night, Chris left the room and Husky went with him. The only dog we had was Tia. And we then find there's footage of Husky in the room with us with the door locked, and we can't quite work out whether I got up and one of us was sleepwalking.
I don't remember getting up.
But I certainly don't remember getting up either.
I really don't remember getting up.
Having said that, I also don't remember hearing any of the things that we were hearing in the background. I was explaining about the noises, the static, and it sounds like a work.
Yeah, it was like a work, like
and
taking place.
Very clearly, we got the name Andrew.
And Eve.
Eve. These were true EVPs.
No, you got dirty paws. No, you got dirty paws. They're wet.
Whilst we were sleeping, absolutely amazing.
No, dirty paws.
Husky, can you sit, please? No.
Come here.
Sit.
Come here. What's the matter?
Dirty paws, boy.
What's the matter? So yeah, and then the activity as well whilst we were sleeping, the orbs the sensors, the meters that were very active as well. It was just, yes, thank you. It was just absolutely
phenomenal. It was
amazing to watch, amazing to
there we go again.
Such a privilege to witness it. And yeah, it's just
it's just amazing, isn't it? It keeps impressing us every time, and all our dedication and everything we're putting in is, it's coming out and it's paying off in the footage what we're actually capturing live on TV as we speak, and it only can get better. It can only get better, and it's not going to stop. We're going to continue bringing all our viewers and supporters the best we can bring to YouTube.
Yeah.
And you know, and let's. We do
Thank
ask
you.
you as well, you know, to your part and share and you know share with all your friends, family, and you know, so they can join in and watch us as well and continue our support and our dedication to what we do. It just bringing you the best proof what we can bring you.
Yeah.
And we're not going to stop, and it's just going to continue to get better over time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And as we're speaking, it's even look at the orbs now. Look at it.
No,
You know,
it
they really know that that we are totally gifted in this, and they just love it. Look at them perform. It's like they're performing a show for us, isn't it? It is amazing. We can't thank you enough, spirits.
We love watching you.
Us. We do.
We do.
And it is so comforting to see that you are there with us, and
we're not here on our own.
No.
We're never alone. We've always got someone with us. Always.
Exactly. No matter where we go, if it's, you know, wherever, they follow us. And
even if we don't want them to, they still do.
No, that's right. And you know what? I do believe that they protect us as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know, there's so many near things have happened to us that can't be explained, because we shouldn't be even sitting here right now talking.
No.
You know, we shouldn't. And but it's all down to the spirits and their energies.
Thank you so much.
And we do.
We are so grateful, really grateful. I just think you're amazing.
Yeah.
To be able to, you know, interact with us, it's great, absolutely great.
It is.
So do you want to put the spirit box on then?
Yeah.
Shall we
Yeah.
have a little session with them? And then, like I said, what we're going to do is we're just going to run a short session because Shaz and Liz have got to be up relatively early tomorrow. They've got things planned, so we don't want a particularly late night either, because we were working until, well, we didn't finish the live stream until the ghost box until 5.
Yeah, it was.
And then I think we carried on talking until about 5:30.
We did.
So by the time we all got to bed was probably about 6 o'clock this morning. And then we were up again, stupid o'clock.
Yeah.
Sharon probably more so than
us.
the mum duties. So yeah, so we're going to run a little session and see what our little friends have to say.
Wow, that one just came right down. Hi, spirits. Are you going to communicate with the team tonight? Can you tell us, was that Bruno where we saw the cat? It was Shazzy's cat. Was that Bruno? If you can, Bruno, can you try and show yourself again tonight? Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Make sure you do it when we're all asleep. But this time, if you can jump up on the settee or something, and last a bit longer if you can. That would be really good.
Wow. We love watching you. You really are amazing.
Why? Why? You
got
dirty paws.
You've
got dirty paws. No.
You're not giving up.
No. You're getting on my bed with dirty paws. You can give me that look as much as you want. No!
What do you
Fall
think,
down.
spirits? What do you think of Husky trying to get on the bed?
Carry on.
You think he should be allowed?
Sit.
Shaking your tail is not going to give you clean paws, is it?
I've got you so if you wipe all your clothes, so my clothes get dirty and then you can go on the bed.
Well, you're coming to me.
Like a child, and it was like my dirty hands on you.
Yeah.
No.
Sit. No!
I'll try again.
No! Hi, spirits. Hello. Are you okay? Yes. Do you have any messages for us tonight? You are really active tonight, aren't you? You really are. How many spirits are here with us tonight?
Zero.
Zero. Very funny. Zero.
So funny you
Oh,
are.
we do like to have a joke with you.
Come on a serious note, how many is there? 11. Yeah, I thought so. Can you give us all your names?
Sounds like it's raining.
And it's supposed to be summer.
Oh, no.
Hi, Edward.
Hello, Edward.
Thank you.
Hi, Edward. Thank you for joining.
Nice doggy.
Oh,
They
thank
are
you.
lovely.
Yeah.
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 But they're just very headstrong.
Stubborn.
Yeah, stubborn, I think, is the right word. As Sharon said, just like their owner.
Yeah.
You can say, no, don't do that. I'm still going to do it. I'd be a case of Husky. Do not go in that puddle because you're going to, it's deep. Yeah. Chris, put some shoes on your feet.
I'll be alright.
I'll be all right. Bang. Now. Won't be told.
Camera's just gone off. That's fine. Who's got the camera out? Beetle.
Hello?
Is that Beazle?
You want to talk to us, then you don't bother me.
How many spirits are in the attic? Are you all down here?
Can you see everything right, Edward?
Yeah, I did. Come on, let's see you, my friends. Don't be shy. Claire's here.
I want you to try something, spirits. Can you try and make an orb go all the way through each camera? Carry on. So can you go all the way round if you can?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so if you start from one camera and work your way up and go all the way up. Now that would be truly amazing if you could do that.
Oh, yeah. You're amazing anyway.
Yeah, you are. Is that Peter? Is Peter here? Yeah. Oh, David.
You give me a headache.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that, Spirit. Come on. Yeah, you see that was a big bright one then?
Yeah.
That's right.
If you want to give me something, could you give me healing, please?
Fred. Hi, Fred. Show us the red.
In all seriousness, spirits, if you could give healing, could you please provide that to all that's in need? That's what I really like.
Yeah, that would be really good.
People need to know they're not alone.
But said that 2 orbs came round you then. You said that. You said that.
No.
Yeah.
And I think we all need to be reminded that we're not alone, don't we? Even spirits included. That's
Right.
why we love interacting with you. It is like you said earlier, isn't it? It is like a comfort.
It is. It definitely is. You know, it's
Even you
soothing.
naughty ones.
Yeah.
You're just a challenge. And I don't think you're really naughty anyway.
No.
It's quiet tonight, isn't it?
We might have drained them from the activity we got last night because that was just phenomenal.
Are you quite drained? Did you enjoy that music Claire and Troy played earlier with the drums? Yes.
Mantra music.
No.
No.
Yes.
Perhaps it was a mixture.
Did that give you energy?
Oh, there's a lot down there then. The bed.
Are you going to pull his tail? Make a jump?
Well, we did wonder, didn't we, whether it was actually the cat scratching
Maybe,
both the
yeah.
dogs, wasn't it?
Oh,
For those that don't know what we're referring to, yesterday as well, that what happened was we had, Troy and I had Coco and Tia in with us. Tia was eating her dinner. Coco was laying down by the cupboard where he is now. Tia was the first one, and it was literally seconds apart. Tia sort of turned around to go to whatever was there because it caused her to jump. And literally the second that she did that, then Coco turned as if it was something.
On
So
his
we
tail.
we thought the tails had been pulled. But after seeing the footage with the cat, the ghost cat, could it be, as you said, they never got on?
No, they never. Because you see, he used to bully the cat and chase her around the house. Or he always to hear is going, you know. So, yeah, it's basically payback for him.
Yeah, karma.
Karma.
Karma always comes.
Yes.
And it is interesting because when we put the ghost box on in last night's session, it was coming through Jason.
Yeah.
And the cat got run over by somebody that,
Oh, Jason.
so that was really intriguing. And then we got this, it was just really bizarre, but totally awesome at the same time.
Part of the puzzle, isn't it? It's like the jigsaw puzzle, and it's like you put it together, and it was like it said in a deep voice, it goes, Jason. And then
It was clear.
it was clear,
Really
very
clear.
clear. It was clear, you're right. But it was really deep and like, okay. Because at first we thought it was the Buddha, it was saying his name was the Buddha, but
Yeah.
I don't think it was. I think it was referring the demon now, is it?
Pussy. That ain't very nice, is it?
Who's a blinking pussy? Look, I told you earlier. Evie, don't start on her. She's our friend.
She's not.
It
Evie, can you come and communicate with us, please?
And tonight, Michael, can you try and manifest as well? If you can actually manifest and show yourself.
We know you can because I've caught you last time.
Yeah,
You're
Troy
completely
did.
safe to do so. No harm will come to you. You're safe and secure here.
So if you would show yourself in a white light as your own height, now that would be amazing, as same as you did with the cat. So if you could do that tonight.
Peter, would you do that?
Yeah, any spirits if you can. Go for it. True. Are you going to try? Yeah? Ready? You going to do it now?
Did I hear Bridget here?
Yeah.
Bridget?
Who's the culprit for smoking the tobacco last night?
Aidan? I've heard that name before, but not for a long time.
Wow! That was amazing, that.
Oh,
fine.
scratchings, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Scratches?
I'm fine. Yeah, fine. Yes, spirits, would you like some?
You're quite welcome to share mine, Spirit. I'm very sharing. It's hungry work, you know.
Yeah.
At least with this, you can eat on the top. Excuse excuse me, viewers at home, whilst we're rustling away. We're like the annoying people at the cinemas, aren't we? You know, when you're trying to watch a film and you've got. Yeah. Is that right, Spirit?
This is the best part.
Oh, shut up with Jack. Stop with everyone else, shut up.
Oh, shut up.
Chatty.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not even going to acknowledge that insult.
Do you spirits like pot scratchings? You answered that before I even said it. You went yes.
In the house? Who's in the house? Bobby in the house.
A spirit in the house.
Oh, leave that. Fucking all the viewers have my nipples, man, in the fucking camera. I don't know. It's up to you. You can hide it or you can.
Oh, go check out Wow Sandwich on YouTube. Give him a sub. Will do.
Yeah. You click on hide or
Show.
allow,
Yeah.
or allow people to see it.
Yeah.
Oh. There you go. Yep, no problem. Will do. Come on, Spirit. Who's with us, please? Come and share some of my crisps with me. You're more than welcome to. Help yourself. Ready salted. To be fair, that's the only flavour I like. I'm more of a chocolate kind of girl. Help yourself if you want one.
Wow, you see that big bright one then? Okay, spirits, try and pull a packet of crisp out of Claire's hand. Can you try that? Or can you send an orb right towards the crisps? Come on, see if you can do that. Wow.
You might like a foot scratching.
Or a paw scratching.
Just drop down from where you're on then. Do you see that one?
Don't be shy, my friends. We mean you absolutely no harm. As we hope you mean us no harm.
Come in peace.
Oh, well.
Yeah, love and light.
If you'd like a drink, help yourself.
Where's my packet walking up there? Where's my packet walking up there? Why the packet up there? Full scratchings. I was going to say a bit later.
Oh, I threw them. I thought you finished with them.
Fuck, women, mate.
Oh no, I'm in trouble. Spirits, can you help me? I threw Troy's pork scratchings out. Oh dear.
Are you sure you threw them out? The spirits need them.
No, I definitely threw them out. I remember doing it. Actually, I could have lied there, couldn't I?
Yeah. The spirits may disappear.
It's like the spirits you'll hear snoring on on last night's stream. You'll hear the
No, that's a
snoring
lie. That is a complete lie. That's the wifey who's talking now.
No. Look, Troy and I have got this debate going. He is insistent that I snore. And it's just simply not true. It's not me.
She does.
And as we can prove with footage from
Last night, that you snore.
no, it's EVPs. Honestly, it's EVP of someone snoring. It's not me. But no, in all seriousness, we did get EVP. Andrew came through as clear as anything. We got hellos. We got Eve. We got behind you, I think, as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was.
And the static noise, I know I keep talking about it, but it's just mind blowing. The static noise, it sounded like you were listening to like a woodwork shop, you know, like they were building. Yeah.
Wow.
It was, and then it was almost like,
Thinking about it, it did sound a bit like drums. Could it have been drums, mate? They were
no,
playing
because it
drums.
wasn't. It
I
wasn't
don't know, it
a
was
beat as such.
banging.
It was more like,
like a banging, like,
it was
like a
more like
knocking with a hammer.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It was. Yeah, thinking about it, it's like woodwork.
Mm.
Maybe the spirits were trying to tell us something.
Well, she does. All just more cooking. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
What's made Angela so special?
Where'd she
Why
get
is she
that?
your favourite?
Where'd she get the coffin?
Evie, would you like a coffin made for you?
Oh, if any dolls up in the attic right now, if you'd like a coffin, can you show an orb towards the doll? Which one wants a coffin? Yeah? Go on then. You must fly inside, fly to the doll that you want. It's quiet in the loft actually. Very quiet.
Yeah.
And what is mad then, if the cameras were going to pick up dust, now in the attic, that's never been cleaned. So that should be these things flying around, you know. No, in the attic though, it should be, you know, because it shouldn't be, that should be covered in them. It's absolutely dusty up there and everything in it. You know, dusty place, but not one.
Hello, Ted.
A doll.
Yeah, the funny thing was, I cared for her, Catherine.
Yeah.
She did pass away.
There's a chance, right? Was that in a nursing home or something? No? Yeah?
It wasn't a nursing home, she was in her own home.
Oh,
We
right.
go out and provide for care.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's Catherine, who was close to Claire. Can you come through? Can you say what area it was at where you lived? Catherine.
I think it's there anyway, because she was completely.
Oh, what's her name? Yeah. Peter, hello.
Peter, can you show yourself, please?
I feel you don't like to show yourself, Peter. Why is that? You like to be in the shadows, don't you, Peter? True. I thought so.
Peter, can you tell me how we met? Peter, how long have you been with me?
What location was it?
I'd really like to know.
Yeah, come on, Peter. Tell Claire where did you meet?
Chris.
I think so. I think that's what it said. It doesn't sound like it. What, in the packet of crisps? You're saying porkies now. Full scratchings.
Peter, how did how did you become connected to me, please?
I feel it was in the woods. Is that right? Was it in what? Was it from the woods? What woods were there?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it said Jesus Christ.
Oh my. Peter, are you connected to the Jesus Christ picture? Down the side there. It's just clicked.
Yeah. Is that where you're from? Are you connected to the picture?
Excuse me.
No. That's it. That's what you just said. You heard that? That's it. Are you in that picture, Peter?
Peter, are you connected to this picture here? In the flat?
I don't know if you lot can see it or not.
Take it nearer, Right, this picture that Troy's showing you now, this was found in our old flat in the storage, and we only discovered it by chance. It literally just appeared there. It wasn't there, and then we went down. That was right. We replaced our fridge freezer, and when we went down to put the fridge freezer down there, this picture, Jesus and his disciples appeared. So we took it, and when we've done investigations in the past, we would use it as a trigger object. One of the streams we did was at the castle, and we used it as a trigger object, and we actually caught in the picture looked like an alien face or something. So I would urge you to check out that video. We've done several there. Hackney Castle in Essex, and any paranormal things, I would urge you to go there. It's very active, but it's a negative energy.
Was that the place where you were possessed there?
No, that
wasn't.
That was Birch Church. And if I'm going to be completely honest, which I am, is one of the reasons why we've sort of been on the lowdown since moving to Manchester. We haven't really done any investigations. It's taken Chris quite a lot of time and Troy to build my encourage me and to get me sorted from that incident.
Yeah, that's right.
It was real. It did happen. And all I can tell you is I did not feel like me. It was almost like I was taken
over
out of my body. I have no recollection from the incident, and I can't even watch it because it's just not. It's not me. It's not my mannerisms.
No, that's right.
And so since that incident, that was really the last location that I did properly.
Which was good actually, because when we went to the Devil Woods, when you moved up here, and we went with Troy and Claire and myself, and me and Troy. Well, Troy started being affected first.
Oh yeah.
By the spirit, and Troy started being sick. Then all of a sudden, on the way back, I started feeling this presence and started to be sick at the same time. But what was bizarre is, whatever it was in that place messed around with the cameras, and they wouldn't charge. And I thought it was the batteries. So I ordered new batteries for the camera, not knowing that it's still not charging on.
No.
So it's damaged something.
Actually, spirits, could you answer that? Isn't the spirits responsible for draining all our batteries?
Yeah, at 4 o'clock.
No.
Did you drain the car battery? Are you responsible for killing my car battery?
Did you do that?
Oh,
Who's the arsehole?
hello,
Wow,
my friend.
that was
Thank
brilliant.
you. Oh, wow.
You're doing really well. So, is Jesus Christ, is he a good God? How about the devil? Is the devil good?
I think he started off good. I think the devil did have good intentions. I think he it is said that he wanted to help mankind, so he couldn't have had
Look at that. Wow.
he couldn't have had bad intentions. And I think, I'm not saying this is true, I'm not trying to, you know, disrespect any religion here. Please do not take offence with this is my own personal opinion of what I believe. And I do think that Satan was a good guy.
I believe that too.
Yeah.
Wow, all just went into it, babe.
And apparently,
Wow.
one theory is, which is the theory that I'm leaning towards, we were created by
aliens. Maybe.
Yeah. I thought it just said Earth.
There I go.
And I have been doing a lot of research. I've been doing a lot of documentary watching because I do like documentaries, especially when they're factual and they have the evidence to back up what they're saying. And this led me down to discovering about the Sumerians, and I'm going to hold my hands up and honestly tell you that I didn't know anything about the Sumerians, not to the knowledge that we should know. And it does upset me a little bit because this is not taught in schools. The Sumerians were the first to have a civilization on Earth for mankind to be a community. It was the first civilization of man. Right, dating back to 3,500 BC, and yet it's not taught.
Wow.
You will find the smallest, that they will cover the smallest aspects of it, but it runs so deep. The fact that the Sumerians, the first human race, mankind, in civilization, was 3,500 BC, was so advanced with their technology, with their structures. You only have to look at the history in the buildings that they've left behind. And this is where then there's the other theories about conspiracies.
You know what?
Thank you.
That was like different colours.
It was, and conspiracies on how the wheres and falls and you know how they could have done this. But I watched one documentary in particular, and it led on from learning about the Sumerians, and also the fact, as quick as they appeared, they seemed to vanish. The theory is that they were taken, abducted, whatever, they were removed. Right? Now, if you go back even further, thank you, Spirit. If you go back to the creation, the theory is that you had two gods. Now, I did do a video on this, and it was Enki and Enlil. But there's also another theory, which I'll give you. And apparently, it was one theory is that there was God, there was Lucifer who sat, and he was actually at the top. He was above God. He was the light bearer. Now, one theory says that he was kicked from heaven because he rebelled against God's wishes. And he wanted to give knowledge to mankind. this was the reason why he was kicked out from heaven, and as he was kicked out, he fell with a few of the angels chose to follow him. And they're the ones that are referred to as watchers, which is, you'll find watchers. There's a description of watchers of the sky.
Wow, see that one there flashing?
And you will find watchers in the sky. Sumerians were the first. They left templates. There are thousands and thousands as well, I might add, of these templates that have been inscribed on their tablets, you know, and they are in libraries just sitting there. Nobody's even looked at them. Nobody's even gone through all of these tablets. And it's also said that when they wrote the Genesis, the translation was translated wrong because the Sumerians, it was their own Greek language. So it's very hard to decipher a language that nobody has knowledge of. But over the years, where there's been further discoveries and we've learned more as we've gone along, it has proven that the transcriptions, thank you, that were written, in particular in the Bible, either pieces were missed out, right?
Definitely. Sounds like
it was interpreted wrong. If you look at the Book of Enoch, that mentions the Watchers. If you look at, if you look at ancient Egyptians, and you look at what they have, you know, drawn in their hieroglyphics, it describes them being watched by men with feathers, whatnot, angels. So if we go on the theory of creation, completely different to what we've been taught through school, what we've learned from day one, and I'll put a spin on it for you. This theory is that aliens crash landed on this planet that we know as Earth. And in order to survive, they created, with their technology, because they are very, very advanced, very intelligent, created mankind. Now, what they did, the theory is that they mixed DNA from alien with what they had created, being human. And originally, it was two brothers, Enki and Elul. They created mankind. One of the brothers wanted mankind made as slaves, so that the Earth, we could build a self-sufficient planet for them to function on, and they, you know, would just use us to do what needed to get the planet up and running and whatnot.
Basically, it's survival, isn't it?
Yeah.
Surviving.
What they didn't bank on was the fact that free will would come into place.
Wow.
And
That's me.
Don't think it is.
That's my smoke.
I'll go out the window then. So we're going to find out because he's going to.
Try it again, see if it does debunk it.
No, but that weren't my smoke.
No, I didn't think it was.
Whoa! Wow.
So yeah, so going back to this, so this theory is that the world was created by aliens. They created man, mixed DNA. They then created a hybrid, and this was where the problem came in because the hybrid was further intelligent, and therefore created their own. They were then able to become self-sufficient by rebirthing, etc., etc. And then they realised they had choices, blah, blah, blah. That's where the humans then turned against on the aliens, as it were, and said, no, we're not going to be slaves. And this is where you get the good and evil. And,
yeah, that's right.
and that's where the war started. And the war has carried on and is still going on now up above us in the skies that we're completely unaware of, because technology, such as TV, such as internet, such as mobile phones, are all distractions to stop you from acknowledging what's actually going on around you, your environment, the fact that things are changing, and to stop you from noticing those things. This is my belief, as I say. It's not
TVs,
not in gospel.
PlayStations, Xboxes.
They're all brainwashers.
Yeah, that's it.
They're all brainwashers.
Yeah.
So you're looking at the sky, stop you looking at the things what's actually
Phones.
happening.
That's why when you're walking around town, you go, people on
It's
phones
also-
like zombies.
It's
Like, you
also,
know.
and I also believe the reason for this technology is the other aspect of it
Control us.
is to stop us enabling from having proper social interactions with real life people, because it's all done through social media. You know, back in the day before mobile phones were made, for example, if you wanted to see if your friend was coming out, you'd have to go and physically get off your backside and go and knock for them.
Yeah.
These days, just get on the
Children would be
internet.
out playing, that, you know, get up in the morning, go off on adventures. We'd use our own imagination. These devices, I believe, is to stop us from advancing, stop us from using the brain. Apparently, another documentary said that we only actually use 5% of our brain. So what is the other 95% for? Something to come. Why do they? I don't understand why that is.
Thank you for the 3 viewers who are still with us. And
But as
supporting
I
us.
said, that's my theory. Doesn't mean it's right. Doesn't mean it's wrong.
Well, I believe that.
And maybe the further we go on with the research that we do, who
More
knows, I
brains
might change.
Yeah, I know we do perceive a lot more, because we do get quite a lot of evidence, and I feel that's the reason why, because we perceive a higher amount, more than what we should do, and that's why.
We've even caught. Sorry, we've even caught in the garden.
Well, yeah.
What are those that we've caught?
In the sky and above us, and literally like fireballs, as we describe them. Again, only I can put them down to is aliens. You know, there's nothing else. It's unphenomenal what they actually are. People say the meteorites and all that, but to me, no, I believe that's what they believe us to think, that the meteorites, just to put us off scent. You know?
Oh yes.
And that's it. They'll tell us what we want to think, what we want to hear. You know? It's like there's cities on Mars being. I didn't really know about Mars. I knew about the moon. I mean, cities and all, different things, technology up there. Last reason why we've not been back to the moon since Apollo 13, when Neil Armstrong went on the moon, because he was warned off by the aliens, actually. So he said that the aliens they told him that if they ever come back, they will blow up Earth. Warning. And that is the reason why we've never been back. But what they did find was that alien on the moon, what they brought back, what they weren't very happy about. I think it was known as the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one that we found. Again, but there is some truth in it. Why we've never actually ever gone back to the moon.
Wow.
And why is that? Can you tell us, spirits, why there's no one ever been back to the moon? You can't. Is that because you've got rules as well and you can't break them rules?
Apparently, as well, it goes back as well in history. When you look at the giants that they've discovered, And that apparently was from where the fallen
Wow.
angels took upon the daughters of the humans of the man and impregnated her. And that was how these giants were found or were made. Now, there's also proof of that existence as well that goes back and has been put down in stone. You know, you can't even say that, oh, you know, they got it wrong or whatever. This was actually carved in stone. The Sumerians.
The bodies of giants, haven't they?
Yeah,
They're
absolutely.
down and,
Yes.
yeah.
There's many mounds that you see apparently are unearthed possible burial
Of
giants.
giants.
Until they're just waiting to be discovered. And this is the thing, there is so much being discovered so quickly. I think we can't really keep up with it, and I think and it's that reason why so much information is held back from us, because I don't think we have the concept to catch up quick enough with.
Maybe that's why the spirits don't like us going to Devil's Drop.
Maybe.
Because that's like a big mound, isn't it? You know? Makes sense.
Why spirits? Can you tell me why we're affected if we go to Devil's Drop in the meadows?
Can you tell us? What's over with Devil's Drop?
Please.
Hell.
Who's guarding it?
Is there a banshee there? Is there a banshee?
Yeah. I don't think they want to play with me tonight.
I think they're drained.
Can you come and play with me too?
My playing means when we go to sleep.
Not enough
Peter, you
once.
do it. Come and validate that you're with us. Come on. I mean, if you think about it, even this isn't really compared to last night on the stream. You put that on and it just like a fireworks display.
I know it was. I think they're really drained.
Box, Chris.
That?
Oh yeah, should we try your one quickly? Just see if that works. Because that's your one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do.
We're going to change apps, viewers at home.
Yeah, I'm going to go and grab mine.
And see if we can increase the activity that way, just for your benefit and just for the fact that we love watching it.
Hello, Sarah.
Hello, Sarah. Sarah, could you activate one of these devices, please? I won't get out. It's my bedroom. You get out.
Actually.
Are you? I'm absolutely baking.
Oh.
Bruno, can you come and set one of
Look
those
all the
devices
hooks
up?
now.
Come on, don't be shy. Who needs help?
Just frozen.
Who needs help, my friends? Who's a prisoner? Spirits, we're going to change apps over. Is that okay?
Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, hi.
We're in that fourth person. This is just joined. Thank you for joining.
Just to recap, due to the activity that we had on last night's live stream, we unknowingly captured what we believe is the apparition of a ghost, a cat, which we believe as well belonged to Chris and Sharon, who tragically got killed outside by a motorist. And he was laid to rest in the garden. And I did do a video earlier today with Demeter that gave confirmation of the cat. We also had amazing EVPs that came through when we left the camera running. When we reviewed it today, there are clear EVPs that say Andrew, Eve, behind you, and also snoring, which is unbelievable, really, isn't it, darling?
Yeah, by snoring by you, yeah.
Yeah, that's for another time. He was actually snoring. But yeah, absolutely amazing. And then, reviewing the footage a little bit further on, we then have caught something else, which I will be handing that footage over to Chris for him to then share with Mark, and hopefully Mark can be kind enough to smarten that image up or do something with it to see if we can actually work out what it is that we've caught. Anyway, without further ado, what we decided to do was to just run a short session with the spirit box to try to create the activity. We've set up 4 cameras that will be running, and you can see them as you can see them now, and we're going to leave them running throughout the night for the maximum time that we can, which is 8 hours, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, so please.
Hi, spirits. Hi, spirits. Can you count this frequency? Oh, yes. Oh, wow. What is
My friends, thank you You make yourself really, really bright.
Your turn.
Yes, I can.
Lovely for you to join us.
Who's here with us?
Hello.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. There's many. Can you say what's the name of the side chat? Swear that's a ghost girl. Ghost girl on chat? No. Who's on chat then? Spirits? Did I say Edward?
Spirits, could you say one of our names?
Can you tell us the name of the cat? Come on, Spirits. What can you tell us? Are you very drained today? Really bright bulb. I'm trying to get on with it before. Isabel? I'm going to try this with those box. This one's a bit mad.
Hello, the fifth viewer. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, hi. Thank you for coming along and supporting us.
Yeah, hello. Nelson Gray, how you doing?
No.
I'm sure it's said that.
Wait.
I threw it. What would that be? Where are you from, Marcus? How'd you die? Stop. Sorry to hear that, Marcus.
This. That again. This. Serious.
And is one right. Him. It's an no. No. Wait. No. So.
Hello, dog.
Okay.
Can you tell us what's on the moon? Aliens! Did you hear that? Wow! Is there an alien base on the moon? Trap. What's a trap?
The urges. Fantastic.
Get on with him. Chop. Bless. This
Thumbs up.
Yes, thank you very much. Share.
Yeah,
too.
that's it. Everybody sick of you up. Thank you for joining. Hello. Thank you for coming in and telling us. We appreciate it. That's what? The evil. You are evil. Is the devil evil?
He wasn't always evil, no. He was actually responsible for helping us, wasn't he? His plan was to turn it back against you and portrayed you in such a bad way. It's not true, is it?
What?
Wasn't he meant to be our bad devil?
Right.
What?
The devil is responsible for giving us the knowledge, which led to us having free will. So the devil really is how it's been portrayed. Isn't that right?
Wait.
The devil come and talk to us.
The morning star. Go around.
And you really think about it, if the
There.
devil was the light bearer, think about this. He was the light bearer. He was given the responsibility for light. He's not wicked. He became wicked. I believe he's wicked because of people judging him. I don't think you were always bad, were you? Come and talk to us. Tell us. Your voice used to be right.
See them smoke?
What?
And if you think about it, it's very true. People are very, very quick to judge. Somebody hears something about somebody, instead of asking the actual person, they make their own conclusions based on what they've seen, not what they've seen. And then that story gets portrayed. Then they add their bit on for drama or what have you, to make it a little bit more messy than what it originally was.
Say it again.
Say that
Thank you, Spirit.
Well done.
And then, before you know it, you've got one person and you've got a pack of a multitude of people telling everybody that you're bad news and you're evil and you're responsible for this, that, and the other. Yeah, if I was him, I would go, do you know what?
Yeah.
I would.
Very.
It does get you thinking. You then start questioning everything, and my mind just. I would recommend actually any viewers out there to, if you've never heard of ancient aliens, I would strongly recommend that you check out ancient aliens. You can find them on Netflix, you can find them on YouTube.
Worth watching.
And you'd be absolutely, if you want your mind blown, please check out Ancient Aliens. And funnily enough, Ancient Aliens is where I learned about this misconception. We've been back on the wrong line. So I would urge you to check it out. Because I think we're all too quick to be told. I mean, if you think about life, right? It's like a constant loop. You're born and you're born with nothing. You come as you are, as you've been made in the womb, right?
So true.
So you're born with no emotions, no fears. Let me self-talk.
It's self-taught, yeah.
Because if you really think about the concept, as a baby growing inside, how can they develop fear? Because they've not experienced anything. So they're not born with that. That's something that is taught to them. Right? The same way as emotions. Emotions are something that is taught to you. When you're taught right from wrong, when you're taught.
So true.
So who is to say, this is what I'm saying out there, who is to say that everything that we've been taught from the most right born, yeah, is the right
way? Yeah? You don't know, you go to school, you get brainwashed. And that the government brainwashes you, teaches their curriculum, national curriculum, and into brainwashing people.
And the way that they teach, the formula that they teach, how they're supposed to teach from primary, starts with, it has been mentioned over 150 years. The only thing that they have done is, funny enough, if you think about this as well, as far as I'm aware, is the religion still taught? Because I know you can't have, you can't have plays anymore, can you? Like at primary, you're not allowed to have Mary, your Jesus, the story of Jesus' birth and whatnot. That's all been banned.
Well,
Amen.
Please, one of those EMF pictures off, please. Yeah, if you really think about it, everything that we know is not through silly facts that have been driven to us from the moment. Oh yes, I thought you said to take on a packet of crisps. Oh, I don't know. It's nice, they're baked, with a little bit of effect to them. Compared to the activity that we got
Last night,
it's
quiet now.
really, I think they're probably too drained.
They are.
But for the viewers that don't know, that the whole reason why we've gone live tonight is because of the evidence that last night's live stream. So overwhelming, we caught a ghost
Cat.
Yeah. And then a video we did earlier today was communicating with the EMF monitor, getting responses to questions. And because of that, we then reviewed further. We haven't reviewed all of the 8-hour footage yet either. We've only gone through an hour and a half. And in that hour and a half footage that we reviewed, we got the ghost cat, we captured EVPs that came over where we left the camera running through the night. Great. I'm sorry, I just heard my really amazing EVPs. Andrew came through as clear as anything. And it was picked up on through the microphone. We had Eve. Noise in the background is like static, and it sounds like a woodwork.
And that is
Experience, thank you. So they were communicating without us even knowing that they were trying to communicate. And once we've reviewed all that footage, we will put a video together because it is just so overwhelming. And we were having like a fireworks display, but of course. And I urge you to check it out. If you've not seen it, please check out the live stream that we did, 26th of August. Because it is just amazing. We've never encountered that heightened,
There again, we are catching like big white like
that was on the live stream previous to last night.
We are I reckon we're going to catch something again tonight. You never know what we're going to catch. It's like going fishing, you know. You don't know what you're going to, get until you actually get it. Yeah, it is true. But thank you. I reckon tonight it might take some time because it might be, but I think something will happen tonight.
oh yes, like all the other ones, what we've
Will you try and show yourself last night, Eric? Really, if you could.
Well, quite draining now. Draining us, so that means you're getting everything for tonight. Is that right?
I don't know what this one is. Is it coming up away? Is it coming up
got 20 past 1.
Really?
We're supposed to have an early night tonight, people.
I know.
He never got his bloody the same man, saying that he doesn't go to plan when we say going to be on the same time.
Because do you know why? It's a little bit like addiction in the way that it's so overwhelming.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
have
true.
to have the, you know, to be able to do this, to be able to witness activity, to be able to communicate, it thrills us. And when we get a little bit of action,
We want more.
we just want more of it.
More.
And we're fortunate enough that our friends around us are, you know, they've got such an amazing, they really were highly active yesterday. I think they are drained of energy. So we apologise for that, spirits, but we just love your company.
We do too. Obviously, you don't have to. We do totally apologise.
That's what I thought he said.
We really appreciate you.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. And I know that you're feeling very weak from yesterday.
God, it takes. So you're going to show yourself tonight? What room are you going to show yourself in? Try. Top, bottom.
Top, middle, or bottom? Big or square?
You're going to go in the attic? Yellow Eve.
Wow. Oh my God. Please tell me you saw that, viewers. Please tell me you saw that. That was amazing. Eve, if that was you, could you do that again, my friend? Yeah, oh, that's right, my friend.
Yeah. What are orbs? Can you tell us, Spirit? Yes? What are orbs then? Spirit, thank you.
Thank you. You are
Wow.
absolutely, thank
Wow.
you so much. We absolutely love you. Thank you. You are amazing. You are amazing. Thank you so much.
What I was going to say, we will be doing what we have been doing. We will be cancelling this one, then we will be opening a brand new one. Leave it running for the night. Because right now, just like Ella said earlier on, when we caught the ghost cat, when we done a little investigation ourselves earlier on, we actually asked for the show itself again. So yeah, you need to flash to say yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, my friends. You are wonderful. Would you make yourself a little bit brighter? Maybe. We love you so much.
You said we have. We have. Can you do it again then?
I swear I just saw smoke above my ski. No one's smoking.
And please, viewers, if there's anything that you see, please can you comment? Let us know, because we will go back and review the footage.
Yeah, write it on the side chat. What you see.
What time, what point, and what it is that you see. We'll check it out, and we'll give a shout out for any evidence that you catch for us. That would be fantastic. Anything that you've seen, point out.
Yeah, please write it down, and then when you can comment it, write it in the comment next time.
It's one of the things.
Sarah?
Oh, no, that's sweet.
Mate, I just heard one of these meters go on. I've been doing that wine a few times. Where's the other meter? Oh, no. All right.
I felt like someone just touched my hair there. Someone just touched my hair, I don't mind.
Brock.
Brad?
I take
Sarah? Hello, Sarah.
What?
I am minutes.
Fred.
Fred, are you
See
here?
you.
Fred, can you come and show us the bed?
Sir.
Wow. Fred, come down from the attic.
Did you hear that?
No.
Alright.
Take it away.
Probably like tapping on the window.
No, I don't want you to be awake.
Because I had.
Come on, Fred.
Yeah.
It's not interactive.
Show us the red
It's
set.
fine. Activate one of these devices, Fred.
You are? Really? Is it going on top of the buzzer? You guys have put them up.
What?
You can play this. Were you playing with him last night? Well, to the cat.
What?
Does the cat like the dogs? Yes, he's back.
Eve, she's with you. Who is Eve?
Oh.
Oh.
A dog?
Wow. Well, a cat, will he jump up on this chair? Is that also a pussy? Quite dead. Come on, Bruno. I'm going out to the ghost cat. Can you come forward, please?
Any of our spirit animals that have passed over, please come forward. It would be lovely to see you.
Again, yeah.
Can you bring
As I
Ben
did
with you?
that, an archery orc came on the chair. Do that again.
Welcome to help yourself to my drink, spirits. Think yourself privileged. Share my physical blue and all. I don't mind sharing. Troy's here. Stop.
Do you find it good to spirits when we're all asleep to show yourself?
Yes.
I thought so. Yeah, that's right. So it's the best time to come out for you when everyone's asleep in the house. Tonight, when the live stream's on, listen out on the microphone. Yeah, you can hear anything. Maybe that static noise might come back.
Yeah. You will need to probably turn the volume, have it high, or listen to it with headphones. Headphones definitely it up when you are.
Yeah, definitely.
It's most weird. I've never heard anything like it. It's like machinery, but I really can't explain it. And in between that, you get grunting.
Well, you shouldn't have that while you shouldn't get anything like that. It should be quiet.
I will admit, I joke about it. Unfortunately, I do have an issue with my sinuses. I am waiting for that to be sorted out. So, I do snore.
Yay! She's actually fucking
I
admits
admit
it.
it, I do snore. But it's not constant. Like he makes it out to be. My wonderful husband, loving, caring man that he is.
Oh, yeah.
He makes it sound like he's really hard done by, and he's not.
It is, I can't sleep.
Seriously, no.
You go down here and keep me awake. It's
not true.
It is
I do,
true.
but it's not like as bad as he's making it out to be.
It's worse.
No. No.
She wakes me. I swear to God. Every now and then, I turn the TV up. And then she wakes up. And she says, his wife wakes up. And she turns around and she goes, turn the TV down, you just woke me up.
Yeah, that's right.
Then I'll turn around and I'll say, you turn down because I'm trying to watch TV.
Well, you know what the solution is to that then?
Yeah. Well, you wait till I go to sleep, and you go to sleep when I go to sleep.
I think we'll have separate rooms. What do you reckon?
Sing along.
Terence, what can you tell me about the doll that's coming?
Yeah, does well,
No, is it really bad?
Sorry.
Yeah, this demon's going to be your friend. Yeah, is it really bad? Yeah.
I told you I
What's so bad about this doll that's coming?
Is it, what is it? Is it the doll was the evil, or is it the box was coming with the doll evil?
Can you?
Can you say box or doll? Can you say one of them two? Tell me what one of them, tell us what one to
Brock.
Orange? Are you dreaming, spirit?
No, they're ghosts playing us.
I know. One minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Steve. That's Christmas smoke.
Please.
Please.
Where the police going?
Sir.
Daisy.
Daisy?
Come
No,
on.
I like to go and see it because I don't want anyone to give any reason.
Wow.
Two.
Yes.
Interesting.
Now, my friends, could you set that device off next to Chris?
Yeah, did that cat come here? Reno, come on. Come up here, Reno. Oh dear, I thought the batteries are going out.
One.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
drained it. Drained
That's why they're not going off.
Drained that.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no! That's why they've not been going off. Sorry, spirits. Now, in my earlier video, as you know, we check our stuff. We make sure that it's
Lucky enough that I've got one spare battery. Yeah. Put it in my hand now.
wow. You are absolutely awesome, spirits. Thank you very much. I only come with peace and respect and harmony. We don't mean no harm. It's like interacting with you. And you're just hanging out with us. You roll. People, yeah.
Yeah, you still got that now.
Don't you think it's amazing, spirits? And what would be really amazing is if you could allow the pets to come through that we've lost along the way. And let us see them. It'd be amazing. I keep hearing the name Keanu as well. Who's Keanu?
Keith.
Sorry.
What do I need to know about Keith? You won't find any evil here. You need to fear. Safe place.
There, guys.
There you go, my friends.
Can you see that meal off now, please?
Would you try?
There. One's there.
Can you show yourself? Can you set that device off on the inside? I know it's not a performing circus. I understand that. Where are you now, spirits?
He knows. What do you mean by that? He gave me a blessing. Really? When did I do that? When I was asleep?
I mean, like this.
No.
Anyway. Right, that's the manufacturing one as well, because I bought
There you go.
No.
There we go, my friend.
Call
one of these devices off downstairs. And they've both got a brand new battery in.
Wow.
Wait. Good luck.
It'd be amazing, my friends, if you could please activate one of those devices. Could you do that for us?
When you know it's orbs, you actually turn as well.
Can you show yourself around, please?
Yeah, come on, come towards me. Come like the meter up.
I was
That's not what we want, mate.
What?
You don't want to light the meters up.
Then.
Please set one of these meters off. Come on.
Quads. Sure.
Because I had
Jesus Christ.
pink.
You just put that in the picture back.
Jesus
Christ.
Wow, look at them all now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just
Is it dust?
And the chop. Now.
Yeah, whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, nice try.
Yes.
It was.
No. Hold the edge.
Oh, Alderley Edge. Do
The edge.
you want us to go to Alderley Edge?
No.
What will we find at Alderley Edge? What about the Devil's Grave? Is that where the Devil's Grave is? Yes. That's right, it is actually. Do you want us to go there?
Well, somebody he said that I just hit your message when you put on there. I didn't touch it.
Really?
Yeah. You like to you want to what you got on there?
Oh, it's fun.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm You're the dog. How are you, my friend? Thanks for joining.
Oh,
Lovely to see you. Haven't seen you for a long, well, for a little while. You say?
Hope you're well.
I hope you saw that ghost cat dog.
Yes,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Hope you did see that as well. That's amazing. Guys.
planet.
Come on, set one of these devices off us.
Perfect.
Come on, my friends.
Guys, Gary.
Spirit.
You said I'm here. Can you hear us, right, Z-Dog?
Brock. Oh, sick. Take this.
I'd just like to say actually to the viewers, if you haven't already checked out Louis Endog's channel, I urge you to go over and have a look. The guy is amazing. Artwork is absolutely brilliant. So go check his channel out. And just to keep you Louis, just in case you don't know what's going on, because of the live stream.
Your phone charger lead's gone now.
Right, sorry.
Tell you what, I've got missing now. Still going to store that.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the activity that we did on our live stream last night, if you've not checked it out, Louis, then I would encourage you to just have a look at the recent video that I put up today, that we put up today, and it shows you the spirit. There's an orb. Yes, thank you.
So,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because of the evidence that we caught this ghost cat, we decided that we were going to set the cameras up again, run a little spirit box. It was only meant to be for a little while, but to be fair, we've been going now for.
Well, it's called in the morning.
Oh my god, is it? Yeah, what's 2 in the morning, so we're having really an early night as we planned. What we were going to do was run the ghost box session, which we've been doing, and then close that down and just leave the cameras set up as they are with the full screens, and see what
There is
may or may not.
there is a lot of all.
May or may not capture this evening. If you think this is a lot of augury, trust me when I say last night's live stream was like a fireworks display. It was absolutely amazing, and I think because of the activity that we had last night, we're not getting as much because they're drained. I know I feel drained.
Yeah. Well.
Chris is falling asleep. Troy's already in bed. Yeah, it's
We'll probably have to wrap it up and then do the next stream and then see what we get.
Yeah.
I think that's the best bet. Well, it will be back on, won't it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And I could hear you just from my kids asking a lot of questions.
All right.
Far away.
Any questions that you have?
Well, we started at 11.
Frank.
So, 10 past 11. So,
top of 7. So you could leave it on or stream. Definitely make the stream on those.
We'll just leave it running then. We're not going to start. We'll just leave it.
Yeah.
Continuing. Wow.
Wow, that was amazing.
I think what we might try a different technique, and I think perhaps switch the spirit box off.
Yeah.
If the spirit switches to communicate with us, then you need to activate the devices that are here for you to interact with us. Wow, nothing has come floating down. You are truly amazing, and we are very, very grateful. We want to thank you for communicating with us through this device.
Yeah.
If you want to watch that. Joy's just going to switch it off now. Thank you. Do you want to switch the actual thing off? Okay, my friends, it's just us now. So if you wish to continue to communicate with us,
thank you to all spirits that did come through and talk to on the ghost box.
Absolutely.
And answering our questions.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that.
Yeah. Very valid responses yet again.
Yeah.
The other thing that I need to say as well is on the footage that we've been reviewing from last night's investigation or live stream, which is what led us to go live again tonight. There is clear EVPs that we've captured. We've got the name Edward, the name Eve, and the most weirdest static sound in the background that the mic was picking up. And as you can't hear it now, can you?
No, not at all.
No.
But
I don't know if you can hear any static, Z-Dog.
But this camera what I'm on, in number 3, you need to be watching this camera on the bottom, because this is where the cat was actually caught, where Husky actually is right now.
Yeah. Or where
So,
my feet are.
around this area is a main hotspot in this camera.
We've left the attic one up there only because last night we could hear footsteps
Yeah.
running across.
That's
That's
right.
the
and
only
big
reason why we
bangs.
have got 4 cameras on the go tonight. We did only have 1 going.
And as you can see on the footage there in the top left-hand corner of the screen, which is of the attic, there isn't anything there unless it's pushed off that would make such a thud or would give the impression of running across. So that's why that's been left up there, just in case, we're able to catch.
I'll tell you what, since we've been live, I've not really seen any activity happening in the loft.
No.
Which is pretty bizarre. I think all the dolls, I think they're all out playing down here.
Mm.
And that's why we're getting so many orbs.
Yeah.
All the spirit vessels are out.
And we proved that on the live stream last night, actually, because
Yeah.
there wasn't really a lot of things going on up in the attic. And
until we went up.
The boys nominated that I go up. Now, let me assure you that is pitch black.
Yeah.
Right? You can't see
Nothing.
anything.
No, you can't.
And I did shit myself. I'm not going to lie. It was quite pathetic, really. All I had to do was, I say all I have to do. It looks an easy task, but you have to go through the smallest doorway to get into that part of the attic because it is active. Because
well, the energy in there is intense, so
yeah. Anyway, there is a skull that Chris has in the other side of that doorway, and every time
you go up
to the attic, this skull just randomly will come on and start laughing. And he does it every time when I go up in the attic. So yeah, and it's a real menacing laugh as well.
Creepy laugh as well.
Laugh. So I'd crawled into this hole. I had my phone, which I was using as a torch, because as I said, it's pitch black up there. And all I had to do was go through the doorway, which is near where you can see the dolls, the first doll to the left, and go over to where the speaker is on the floor. There's a table there, and put a device on there, a meter. That's all I had to do. My gosh, my heart was pounding by the time I got down, because what happened is I went to go and put the meter forward. That set the REM pod off, and that freaks me out. Just took me by surprise. And as I said, fear is something that you tell yourself.
Maybe that's what gave it a bit more.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
Because you get a bit of fear.
So then, as I've tried to scramble my way out of this very small hatch, I've then caught myself on the table behind me, which then this bloody skull starts laughing its head off, and I'm screaming for help, and all I can hear is "wow, wow" from what they were seeing on their screen. So yeah, it is absolutely pitch black. So who knows? All I know is that when after I went up there, Chris and Troy then went up, locked the door behind them, and sat there, and
it's not a nice feeling.
Were just all around them. There was a strange, what we thought, Sharon and I thought was a cobweb, but there's no way a cobweb would behave in that manner.
Now we haven't seen it tonight.
No,
we have not seen
and
it
the camera is in exactly the same position. We've not changed it. That is the same position that it was last night. And it did seem to be that wherever we were, the orbs were.
And like you say, you did give a lot of fear off in there, so
it was funny.
It maybe you.
I got pinched. I got pinched.
Yeah,
in there.
when Chris and Troy went up to do their challenge of sitting in there being locked in.
That's my smoke, by the way.
That's Chris's.
That's not paranormal.
No. Yeah. Vapor thing.
Yeah.
But when I don't even know what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, when they went up there, Troy actually got pinched, and then you could actually see that he was starting to be affected by the energy levels up there. He came over very, very hot. Got a pain in his lower part of his back.
Yeah, he was just really affected.
Chris was feeling all itchy, and yeah, it wasn't a good thing.
Wasn't pleasant.
Just wow, I will do that actually. Right, Louis Endog's just said.
All right.
That he's done some research on ghost communication, and he's come across an old TV show called Scariest Places on Earth.
All right.
And they did a ritual before starting an investigation. So we should check that out and see what they did to do.
Do you know what? Do you know what the actual ritual was, Louis? Or
dog's sleeping, and having a dream. Who's he ran away from? He's the bunny.
Is it the cat? Is the cat playing with your feet? Is it scratching you? Never know.
You don't.
What I tend to do, Louis, is I tend to play high energy music, spiritual high energy music, to just try to heighten the energy. Right, the ritual was to better communicate with the dead. So I am definitely going to check it out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's right up my street. I'm very much into, I'm very, very open-minded. I'm very much into my documentaries, and anything like this really, really does interest me. So I'm definitely going to, I take it I can check that out on YouTube, yeah?
I swear there was something white in front of Dusky's paw. It just showed itself. You know, like the cat did before.
Yeah.
That saw light again on the bottom corner. I just went quick. Was that you? Is that the cat?
You know that you're welcome
What?
in here.
Whereabouts?
They see it.
I don't know. I'm going back on it now. Whereabouts? The back was next.
No,
to
near
you.
his head, Husky's head. You'll see at the bottom corner, where first
Oh.
foot is.
Yeah.
Is it there?
And this just
Yeah, I
proves
think
as well
yeah.
that spirits
You see it?
spirits
None of us.
run off of energy, and they will either interact with you or they won't. It's very, very much down to their terms, whether they want to communicate,
Have you seen it, Troy? Yeah.
and it's also about the energy levels. And as I say, we did have an extremely active live stream last night. We haven't reviewed.
Louis said I heard a sound like a child could have been a cat though.
Wow, that's interesting.
Wow.
Okay,
That's
back.
amazing. I mean, we've got, we've started to review the footage from last night, and we've only covered an hour and a half of it. There's 8 hours worth that we need to go through, and in that an hour and a half, the footage that we have reviewed is where we've caught this ghost
Cat.
in the form of
So
a cat.
yeah, if you want to help Louis,
Yeah.
we are looking for people, to go through our footage and maybe do like half of it or like 2 hours each. So I've like
And who knows, Louis? Maybe
three
one
members.
day we'll have to come over and
Meet
get
up.
together and do an investigation.
Oh yes.
How about that? That would be.
yeah, it would
That would
actually.
be mind-blowing.
We really would.
You'd be able to then,
Where's Louis from? Is he from America? Is
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that will be proper.
or come over to the UK.
Yeah, absolutely. Either way, and hook up and do some real top investigations.
Oh yes.
See how the activity can just,
Sounds
Just
cool.
goes.
Louis said sounds cool.
yeah.
Yeah, it does, Louis. Yeah.
Take you for a bit of pie and mash.
Yeah.
And if we come out to you, you can take us for a stakeout or whatever they. I don't know, stakeout, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is in America. Burgers, isn't it? The big burgers, isn't it? A burger meal. I think. It was mad that, because if that was, Oski was twitching at the same time.
Yeah.
So, that is interesting. Was that cat playing with you,
Thank
Oski?
you. Oh, I just saw that. Spirits, if you'd like to still continue to communicate with us, then please do so now, using the devices.
Then they have to do a closing down ritual as well, so the
That's
spirits
right.
do not follow them home.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty normal to do anyway.
Mhm.
Got to protect yourself.
Yeah, I'm
when you
definitely
do
going to
stuff
check
like
that out. I
Oh,
will,
yes.
probably tomorrow, I would have thought.
that.
We do
Definitely.
need to try and get some sleep.
Yeah, 'cause it's like
Yeah, I think we're going to call it a night. And like I say,
the cameras are gonna stay on, of course, and please, whoever does tune in and who is tuned in now,
both on the right, on your, I think it'll be on their left, won't it? The two right. Both with the sofa in, they're the hot spots.
yes.
Definitely.
So please, if you do see anything, please can you drop a comment at what time as well, please.
Yes, that would be great.
Absolutely, because that helps us massively with
Or,
reviewing what we're going over.
yeah, I'll just type it in on the side chat as well. You
Yeah.
know, because that really helps as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you just put, wow, that's amazing, we'll know what you mean.
Be nice to help each other out.
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll definitely be popping over to our channel again very soon. No, we haven't done that for a little while, gone over to channels and showing support, but we will be doing that.
Yeah, that's right, actually, Louis. I've not even done the same, just been so busy with things and just not literally been going to the channels and giving them support like Troy just said, like we used to. But yeah, we will as soon as we can.
We've had a little bit of a timeout session, and
that's
it's
it.
easier to tag on the reply.
So yeah, we haven't forgot about any of our viewers or supporters.
That's one of the dogs. Which
That'll be
coming
Tia.
out of Coco, I reckon.
But it is Coco.
I reckon
Sounded
it's
like a
Tia
Coco
and
scratch.
Tia and Coco.
Yeah, Coco
Come
did the
in.
scratching though, didn't he? Yeah, he was at the front.
Yeah.
Hello.
You going out? You going out? Okay. You
Hello,
staying in
darling.
here, darling?
Can you get
What are you
off
doing?
bed?
You coming?
Oh, hello,
You going to
darling.
bed? Come.
Hello, dear.
Want to bed?
Hey Coco, do you want to stay in and play with the pussy tonight?
Do you?
With the pussycat. Hopefully it might come. You never know.
Well,
Might draw him out.
according to the session that we done earlier on, the cat is going to show itself again.
It did say that.
It did say that. So hopefully tonight the cat does show itself again.
I do think we're going to get more than just a cat. I really do.
Hopefully.
Coco, you look so white on there. You look like a ghost. You look see-through, Coco.
It does, doesn't it? Alright. Does anyone want to ask the spirits any questions?
You're a good boy, yeah. You're a good boy. You're a good boy.
We won't get the responses,
And
will we?
no, we're trying to get them using the meters.
Oh, right, okay.
Isn't it?
All
Trying
right.
to get them using the meters
Fair enough.
before
I'll
we
take
do.
that back then.
Say the ninth to everyone.
Yeah.
Coco.
Coco, baby.
What are you doing? What are you doing? No, you want to cuddle? You do give the best cuddles, don't you? Eh? Eh? Come on, let me cuddle.
You big
I
soft
love
boy.
you too. I love you too. I love you too. You silly. You silly. Okay.
You're going to play with Putty Cat.
Meow. Meow. Meow.
Yes.
Meow.
Here's why I like the dog now.
Which is further proof that we don't have
Cat.
real life
Cat.
living cat, because one, it wouldn't be living
It
if it was in this house.
Here
It would be
lunch.
dead. It would
Hey.
be lunch.
The dogs are now having a little fight. Mother and son time.
Yeah.
Meow.
See, they'll be fighting for that cat. Isn't it?
Poor little cat.
Oh yeah, you give some energy off for him. Go on.
Yeah.
Meow.
Oh, that is a good question. Yeah.
Go on then.
Right, okay, the question is, can spirits predict the future since they are, yes, since they're
I
on high
think they can.
frequency, yes they can.
Yeah, I think we
Um,
certainly can, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, because it's a higher intelligence level that they're working on. It's a higher dimension. They're not in the same dimension that we're in.
Wow, look at the spirit. Look at them.
So, yes.
Did you see that?
absolutely.
The
Now,
dogs
look
were
at them
looking
now.
at them.
Yeah.
This is how mediums work, clairvoyancy work. It's how I used to do my tarot reading as well. It's the same sort of principle as working with the spirits as well.
Thank you,
So
Titi.
yes, absolutely, yes, they can predict the future, and there is no reason to dispute
No.
what they can tell. You'll also get predictions on the future if you use a Ouija board.
Very true.
Wow.
I personally, my own opinion of the Ouija board is I don't like them. Not because of, you know, all these stupid things that you hear about, you know, or you can, if you play with one of them, blah, blah, blah. I do believe, however, you do need to know what you're doing. I don't think it's something that you can go into and just sit down with a group of people and think, oh yeah, we're going to do a Ouija board session. No, absolutely not.
See that one then?
Yeah.
But I do.
Wow,
from
look
my
at
own-
them.
I
Wow.
suppose it's from a lazy point of view because one, I'm not very good at remembering things. So when it goes around the board spelling things out, unless there's somebody else there to sit down and take notes, it's just a really long, drawn out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. You've got to do it right, and if you've got people you're not doing it properly with, like you know,
Yeah,
you've got to be doing it in a sensible manner, and not doing it to moving it. You know, people moving the planet where sometimes that can happen.
Yeah.
You know, and you
And
just
in
got
actual fact, Louis, I started off with the paranormal, if you like, through tarot reading. I was very much into my mediumship and trying to develop my psychic ability, which I was made aware of from going to see a very well-known medium, and she also became a very good friend, and she sort of became my teacher, as it were. And I did go down the road of developing my psychic ability. However, due to personal circumstances, etc., that all got put on hold, and I turned my attention to tarot reading. And I have to say, I gave some pretty scary predictions, even down to timings of people having babies and day, etc.
It was what day, what time, and everything, mate.
Maybe you'll have to start doing some tarot cards.
Yeah, well, I was thinking.
Yeah, we'll do some, but they've disappeared, mate. They've
You have to get some in it.
I think I need to invest in a new set of tarot cards.
I'll have to get them
because the ironic thing is,
it
has to be a gift.
They've vanished. If truth be told, I
We
haven't seen my
for
tarot
about
cards,
2 years.
and I haven't done a reading in over 2 years. And the reason why I turned to tarot reading was I sadly lost my mum to cancer in 2011, and we lost her in very, very quick succession. She was diagnosed in the April of 2010. By February 2011, she died. She had severe lymphoma, Hodgkin's B cell, very aggressive form. And yeah, so it was a very sad loss. So I turned my attention to developing my psychic ability through the tarot cards in a bid and an attempt to make a connection with my mum. Now, however, the spirit world works, as I've said, it's a completely different dimension to us on the earth plane. And spirits
will lie,
and they will
pretend to be
somebody that they're not, etc. And also, our loved ones also will, for example, if I developed this strong connection with my mum so that I was at a point where I could actually have conversations with her, is, as I explained earlier, this type of field or line of interest, work, hobby, however you want to call it, is like an addiction.
Sure is. It is really, really addictive.
Because once you start engaging and interacting with another dimension, you want more.
It's true.
It's never enough, is it?
No.
The
You
evidence
want
that you
more
capture,
and
you
more and
want
more.
It's like a
and more.
drug.
absolutely.
And I wonder why that is, you know, because it makes you think wherever you go, it's like you want to go back to that location, whatever you catch, just a little tiny bit of the puzzle, then you're drawn.
Absolutely.
And is that the spirit actually implanting that thought into your head? And Mike, that camera's just gone really dark where I am. I don't know why. So I'm speaking about this, but yeah, is it, you know, the spirit actually putting that thought in your head at the time and doing something that makes you want to go back and get that bit extra, and no matter what, you will actually keep going back and back and back until you get. Is it again? Is it a trust issue with? I don't know. Is it some sort of higher power that wants you to keep going back?
It's
I don't
definitely a
know.
magnetic force
It
of
is
some
definitely
sort. It's
some sort.
definitely. Louis just asked, "Thank you, Orbs." That was amazing.
It is amazing, and as we talk about things, I notice the spirit activity actually increases when we speak about them.
Yeah.
And the orbs will probably, you know, more appear, you know, as we talk and do things, isn't
Well,
it,
Louis
really?
got another question.
Okay.
Okay.
What's that,
Can
Louis?
somebody living in a highly haunted place or home become paranormal? Become able to? Is that right? Have I
Yeah.
said that right?
Yeah, well,
Louis just put another one because he's living in one and
Right,
things
because I
happen.
lived in such a place and things happened to me
Same
that
here,
are
Louis.
hard to explain. Right, okay, I'll explain. I'll go. It's all right if I take this one and then you can put your bit on and I'll just answer it
Yeah,
quickly.
of course you can.
You're very open, Louis, because you're an artist, right?
Yes.
People that have
Gifts.
a gift, as be it singing, playing instruments, drawing,
Sports.
not so much
No,
sports,
not
but
sports.
it's more to do with like the mind. So people that are gifted with
Musical.
music, because that's channeling, that's a form of opening up. If you are a musician and you play the drums, for example, that is you're unknowingly putting out a chant. Because
Definitely
it goes back
meditation
to
as well. Definitely meditation.
tribal times, etc. So, in answer to your question, if you are not closed off and you're open-minded, which
You are.
you will be
because you can
because
see them.
of your ability to put on paper, etc.
And adapt to draw them as well.
Yeah, then that puts you in line with opening a channel of communication. If you tap into that channel and acknowledge things that are happening around your home that you can't explain, that will heighten because you are acknowledging
That's right.
that dimension that's around you.
You're tapping into that frequency.
Yeah.
Now, Chris will probably be able to explain it better because he does live in a haunted house, such as we do now, but you have lived in them.
But we have as well.
Yeah, we all have, haven't we? We all have.
Yeah, but I think you've been, I mean, how long have you been in this house? It's
very long time.
Yes,
I was living in one for just over 13 years.
Well, I've lived in really haunted houses, you know, all my life since I've been brought up. I've never lived in a non-haunted house. I don't know why, but every house that I've lived in has always been really active. And I don't know if that's something to do with my mind. I don't know.
I do think
I'm chosen. I think we're open because we're open that much. We are already in the frequency. So no matter where we live or where we go, we are
with us.
they're going to always be with us no matter where we go. It's like,
Channeling, yeah, channeling
even
really
when we
is
go in the
once you've
car,
acknowledged-
you know, even in the car, the meters were going crazy in the
Yeah.
car, and we didn't do nothing. We couldn't even go out.
Because
But we
my
just-
battery died. The
Yeah.
car battery, you know, was not giving me any problems whatsoever.
You're welcome, Louis.
And then all of a sudden, drained.
Yeah.
To the point of not even being able to be recharged. That's
No.
how drained
The
The
battery
battery
was.
the
is-
battery was. And the activity that we got from, we decided, okay, well, we're not going anywhere, but we might as well sit here
Sit
on the
in the
drive
car,
and
yeah.
do an investigation. And hey, ho,
Yeah,
We-
we did.
We're
walks
going-
galore again.
Yeah. Even in the
Louis
car.
said thank you.
So, but yeah, Louis, another thing is as well with doing spirit boxes
You're
as well. Every time you do a spirit session, now people say, you know, Ouija boards, you know, are very, very dangerous, or you know, as well, you know. But do you know what? The spirit box is exactly the same as a portal, because at the end of the day, a portal is exactly the same because you're using it to communicate
Yeah.
through spirits, and that spirit taps into a higher frequency. And if you know what you're doing and you know how to control it, it's exactly the same as a Ouija board.
Yeah, it is.
It's very true. And there's, you know, if you don't want to know about spirit boxes or anything like that, don't do it,
No.
because you don't, because you
You
will
don't,
open
yeah,
doorways,
isn't
and
it?
you will get more activity than normal.
Yeah.
And it's true, because
Mhm.
everything
portal.
is a doorway to the other side.
Yeah.
And you're opening doors like you don't even know sometimes, that, you know, people don't know this.
Mhm.
They think, you know, just by doing a Ouija board session, it's dangerous. But if you think that's dangerous in your mind as well, it can be, you're giving that fear to
You
that
can
demon.
influence,
You can influence
absolutely.
demons.
Mhm.
So if you go in there and, you know, open the session up, and you want to communicate with love and light spirits, to say, and you know, you got to put you love and light and protect yourself in white light,
Visualize it, yeah.
and visualize it in your mind, but nothing negative will come through that board as well. And that way, that will protect you.
Yeah.
Again, that's it. You just got to visualize that protection around. Even spirit boxes and spirit sessions, you got to do the same.
Yeah.
You know, because if you don't, you know, you can attract bad ones. Can come through ghost boxes too.
Oh yes.
Same as way as a Ouija board.
Yeah, you should
So-
always open and close a session.
You should.
With an opening and closing down prayer. That's generally what we
Definitely.
do. Your prayer can be, it's your own prayer. It doesn't have to be religious. It doesn't have to be.
And you don't have to say it out loud. You can
No,
do it in
you
your
can
own
say it in
mind,
your
and
head.
protection. To, you know, to
As
protect
long-
everybody.
Absolutely. As
Yeah,
long
that's why I
as
do it as
you
well.
have the intention of going to anything with good intentions,
Yes.
then no harm can come to you, because you're not attracting anything, you know, negative. You need to keep that side of you shut down, to not allow, you're not giving your authority, or, you know, when you connect with the spiritual side of things, you have to still make sure that you are guarded, to the sense that you don't give them full authority to then
Sure.
be able to, you know,
And
as
it
I
is-
learned.
Yeah, we all do it. We all do it, and you know, me myself, I've learned the hard way sometimes, and I've done it, and like thinking that, you know, and then you think, oh shit, like I did that with that Zozo that time in the graveyard. Took me a week to get my dreams back to normal.
Yeah.
It affected me way beyond that, yeah, but not possession, because, you know, I wouldn't allow that, because, you know, I always call out to my guides for protection and stuff like that. But it did affect me. Negativity in my dreams. I was dreaming about Zozo land in the hills and all that, with and people actually jumping out of buildings.
Wow.
I don't know. I think it was real, you know, because it did seem very real. And the police were there at the scene, and in my mind, I was there, and they were saying it was suicide, but it wasn't. I actually saw and witnessed while I was there that it said he did a Luigi board session, and Zozo told him to jump out the window. Oh, it was fucking mad. And all week after that, when I did the Zozo session on the Luigi board, I was having mad dreams about Zozo and everything the whole week.
Yeah.
And I had to do meditation to cleanse myself and everything. It was crazy, but you know, we do mad things and we do learn by them.
Oh yes.
And the thing is, Louis, as well, if you know, because of how long Chris has been doing paranormal for, if you run into anything that you're unsure of or need help with, or just want to chat something over that's completely flipped your mind,
Sure, just give us
then just message, just, you know,
send me a message on Facebook or anything like that, you know, and we can help you.
Absolutely.
And Claire, Troy, and we'll be happy to do that.
Yeah.
You know, even people with demons in their own, you know, and we've helped them and actually cleansed their house, even though by not even going to the house, just by playing certain music can protect.
Yeah, absolutely. There's many different ways.
You can get rid of them from your house, even by just that playing that around your house.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, by not even physically have to go to the house. Sometimes you do, and sometimes not. It doesn't always work as well. Sometimes if you do, you know, I believe, you know, I've seen it and witnessed it many times where, you know, some houses actually, if you take a priest in, it will actually make it worse.
Oh yes. Well, we actually got told, didn't we? Actually through a spirit box. I think it was it last night? It was last night or night before we done one. They actually come through there on the spirit box. Yeah. Get a priest. They actually come through there saying get a priest.
Yeah, and I think that was testing us to think we'll go and get one, but no, I won't go and get a priest because I know what that thing wants. It wants us to go and get a priest, then it'll piss it off, and then
it's going to do us harm.
Yeah, then it will give it more energy.
An interesting fact actually about priests and churches and what have you. Here I go again. Again, another documentary, yes, that I watched.
I will be shutting this down and we open up another one.
Oh, right, okay.
Why? If it goes until 7, that'll be fine. Sorry, viewers. Just having a little bit of a debate. Just leave it running, darling, until 7.
You just need to put the mic on, or is the mic already on?
No, the mic's on already.
Oh, right, brilliant.
I think the mic's on.
Anyway, another
little
interesting fact that I urge you to look up.
What do you mean, like?
Yeah, go back on the hangout, and you know the proper hangout, and so on. Top it. Yeah, the mic's on.
Wicked.
Yeah, I came across this documentary on the serpent and the eagle. Now, there is only 2 countries that will worship the serpent and the dragon, because, once again, history has taught us over the years that serpents and dragons are bad news. We've all heard about, you know, the knights slaying the dragon and saving the, you know, rescuing them. Well, in actual fact, in this documentary that I watched, it explains a different theory. Again, it put a different spin on it. And the eagle represents to forbid any further knowledge being shared from a higher dimension with us. And the serpent represents, as we know from what we've been told over history, is what led for that forbidden knowledge to be given to man. But what was interesting was that from flags to what appears in churches, etc., are things. America's army is wings. The I think in the UK it's the wings as well. And it's only the Chinese and Japanese that actually see the dragon and serpent as a good thing, and something that should be seen in a good light. So I urge you to check out, I can't remember what this documentary was even, but I'm sure if you typed in and put in serpent and eagle, you will find a documentary that will just blow your mind even more, and it will lead you to even more questions. And I just have a head full of them.
I will have to say, the Z Dogs put, I know that spirit, well, not know the spirit, but I know the name Slender Man.
Yeah, again, Slender Man is a very real story too.
It is a very true
story.
Right.
It's a true story. There's actually a film out based on the true story as well.
No, Louis, you're not rambling on at all. That's a very interesting thing, actually.
It is.
That you should say
That
that.
is a good film, though. Have you seen
Apparently,
that film? It is good.
they have spirits over. They're called boo men. And they take the shape of the strongest image of fear. Which, yes, it's all about. If you took the element of fear away, if nobody had that emotion of fear, because that's what it is, it's a feeling.
Yeah.
If you took that feeling away from the equation, right, so you never felt fear, you couldn't be controlled ever, could you? Think about it.
No.
Without there being this fear that's self-created, we create that fear.
True. It's very true.
Not anyone else. We do.
By what we're told, and we feed off of that fear, which then heightens everything. And if you lose control of it, it can be very, very. But my point I'm trying to make is that if that element of fear did not exist, as a human race, we could not be controlled.
Very true.
So it is almost like what I'm trying to say is that we are pre-programmed from the moment we're born.
Boom. Yeah.
Because fear has to be taught. You have to know
what fear is.
What fear feels like.
Will your spirit show yourself in the smoke? That's what I'm trying a bit of an experiment. Can you show your face in there? Come on.
There are so many questions, Louis, so many mind-blowing.
There's a lot of questions, but less answers.
And the further you dig, the more questions it seems I create in my mind. It's
very true, very, very, very true. But as what I've come to realise, everything is about frequency. And once you tap into that frequency, then you're going to get a stronger communication.
Yeah, Leon Z Dog, that's Chris's vape pen.
Yeah, it's me just trying smoke experiment, yeah. See if we can get spirits to actually show themselves in the smoke. It didn't work though.
You just smoked us out.
Yeah.
Right, I am going to have to get something to eat because I'm absolutely.
I'm going to have to call now because I'm feeling quite drained. And
yeah.
No, so you are going to be stopping on the stream, or?
So no, we're going to leave it.
No, yeah.
I don't see any point in stopping it.
No, I wouldn't.
So what we will be doing is you will see Troy and I walking about and whatnot, but we're not going to actively be
doing anything.
Yeah, no. We'll still talk. until we get everyone
I don't
to
know,
bed.
shall we? I don't know.
Because I am going to have a sandwich or something. 'cause
Cheese
I am really
toasty.
hungry.
Don't forget to put the thing across.
Oh, the divider.
Yeah, no, I was gonna move that down.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
because we've got that camera now up there.
All right.
And if I put that across, it's gonna block it.
Ah, right. I got ya.
Yeah. So
You're gonna make me a lovely cheese and onion toast,
that's all I
baby.
do. I do everything.
And I can't wait to see the footage of it tomorrow again.
No, you know.
It's gonna be amazing.
What time are we gonna meet up online then?
Tomorrow,
Yeah.
probably about 10ish.
Right.
Yeah.
We will be going live again. It will be both channels, this channel and
Spirit Encounters,
Spirits
my channel.
Encounters.
At night, yeah.
Not
in the morning.
No,
tomorrow
no,
night.
tomorrow night.
Cocoa
It will
food.
be about 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Of course, we will put it up to let everyone know. But yes, it's going to be a bit different, isn't it?
Yeah, it will be. It's going to be quite a good session actually. It's going to be amazing to see what we capture in it.
Yes.
I won't say too much about that, but yeah, it's going to be a good
Oh,
session.
sorry, Tia.
Oh, so you just have to wait.
And see.
Yes, and see. Not too sure. Should we put should we put the laser grid up or not?
I don't think you need it. I really don't think you need it.
No.
You know what? No.
No, just leave it.
I think so. Let's just try that. Because I know where sometimes with spirits, the green laser grid can actually scare them off.
You do what you've got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, just got the wifey to make me a nice cheese and onion toast. You make put up before bed.
Oh, funny.
It was her who was talking about the food. I won't. Just make me hungry, mate.
That's
Wow, that all.
Okay. Wow, look at that raining orbs. What on my camera? Wow.
They say you can see that.
That was mad.
I was like raining orbs. Wow, and the meter's going off now. Wow.
Yeah,
I don't
it
think
is.
I can see that. I don't think you can.
No, they can't.
I'm not too sure if you can see that meter, what's going off on the side. You know, Z-Dog, I don't think you can.
Yeah, well, it's on that camera, innit? But you have to zoom in on it.
What am I saying? No, I can't. Oh, no.
Yeah, zoom in on it. Go on, just click on that camera.
Yeah, right.
And
Right, I'm so sorry, everyone. But please wait a minute. Oh my god.
yeah, okay.
Not too sure if that's better or not. Let's find out.
No, I meant on the
Oh.
DVR system.
Yeah, this.
No, I'd leave that as it is because it's a perfect one, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd leave that. I mean, on the other camera, DVR camera.
How do you?
Yeah, you know, on the telly, that DVR camera.
Yeah.
The mouse from that. You know, like we did before.
Oh.
There you go. And then put it in the square. There you go.
There you go. The meter is flashing. If you can see that.
Thank you, spirits.
Oh no, Z-Dog, put your phone on charge quickly.
No, God, his phone's running out.
Yeah.
Damn, that's not good. Okay, I'm
What
gonna call it a night.
What I might have to do
Yeah.
is try to move that towards the camera on it, so no one can see that.
Maybe put it on the chair. This chair here.
Can you set that device off now, please? Can you set the devices off for us, please?
I'm gonna call it a night.
Right,
Yeah.
mate, I'll see you in the morning, fella.
Yeah, night, brother.
Right, no.
Won't need this now. We'll go and put that back on charge.
Fine,
Okay.
Iron Z-Dog.
Yeah,
alright,
night,
wicked.
Louis. Night, everyone on side chat there. I'm glad you've all come and joined and helped support and showing the support.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It is lovely
Say-
that you all are showing us.
I say good night and God bless. Even thank you, spirits.
Right, I'm gonna come out of the room as well, so it's just the cameras and the devices that's gonna be in it. So please, if you can't see the meters when they do flash, please let me know in the comments and I will try to get the cameras on it better. This is me coming in now. Are you off now? Good night, mate. Spirits, Leon Z Dogs asks if you can move a object for all the friends and for all the supporters. Can you do that? Well, I might even just leave one camera on. I'm not too sure if people can see me it's special. Come on, bed. Go. Lie down. Lie down. Spirits, can you light up one of them meters for us, please?
Kat, are you here? Can you set that meter off if you are, please? It's on the couch.
Right, in the attic with all the haunted dolls, Z-Dog. Is that where you can see someone?
And to you, Louis. Blessings to you as well, my friend. And thank you for joining us.
Also, thank you for sharing your experience with us. God bless you all. God bless you as well, mate. And thank you for joining.
Some peace and love to you.
Yes, and peace and love to you and your family.
Absolutely.
Man was like, as soon as you went downstairs, it's like it's poured down. With orbs in the meter. Alright, and one like that. I'm charged this. Can you sit 100 metres off, please, again, for us? What's happened there, babe? What's wrong with you, babe?
What's in there?
It happens when it could be, when it was like 8 o'clock in the morning, or 9 o'clock in the morning when I saw the cat.
Wow, thank you. Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
Oh my God, you just.
You just done that, man. Spirits. How dare you?
No, darling. Can't even burn it off, can you?
Wow. Spirits.
I've got lemon tea, normally do.
No, they don't know. I've got lamb cereal on, because then we'll get the smell.
What's he saying, beautiful girl? What's he saying? You don't move off the glasses from that stage.
Yeah, well, I want to cancel it anyway. I'm gonna stop this stream. I am gonna be stopping this stream, people, and I will be making another one right now. So please, if anyone's watching now, well, there is two viewers that's watching right now. We will be stopping this stream, and we'll be setting up another one straight away. So we hope that you come and join us on this one. Love and peace to you all.
We will be going to sleep, people.
But yes, we will be going to sleep.
Just the screens that you can see. But I'd like to thank everybody that has come along, shown their support. And yeah, hopefully
we catch other things tonight like we did last night.
Okay, peace and love to you all.
Peace and love to you all.